Now, this lady has gone viral, but for all the wrong reasons. If you stumbled across her, this absolute shameless embarrassment of a lady, and I use the term lady very lightly, she's an Ebeggar, then I'm going to fill you in exactly who she is. I'm going to try and be as quick and brief as I can. Now, Lisa Richard, she's a mother of 4. She's from Pittsburgh in the United States of America. She goes on TikTok begging like 5, 6, 7, 8 times a day. She lies constantly. I'll give you a quick example. She said her little son, had brain cancer. How sick and fucked up would somebody have to be to even lie about something like that? That is what I call tempting fate. Anyway, I digress. She's had all of her children removed from her care. Her daughter is grown up, and up till recently I think she lived with her, but now she's addicted to benzos and tablets, and she ropes her into her little scams. She lives in absolute utter filth and squalor. Both her children used to actually beg her not to show the house because of the state it's in. There's dog and cat piss and shit everywhere. There's cockroaches crawling around. There's flies buzzing all over. And like, she's still got poor animals that have to live in that shithole. I don't understand why animal welfare aren't stepping in and removing the animals. It breaks my heart. She showed a dog, and the dog's claws were horrendous, so long and curling round. That poor baby must be in agony walking on those claws. Yeah, it breaks my heart, anything with animals and children, seeing them being mistreated or neglected. It's horrible, horrible. And she openly puts this on the internet. She has got no shame. No shame. She's on a script. She gets methadone, and she's also prescribed benzos. I don't understand how or why a doctor would prescribe benzos to somebody who's on a script. Meth. I just don't understand it. She also gets food stamps, and she sells them. She openly admits to selling them as well. I think on the first of the month, like a few days ago, she got food stamps, and the very next day she was back on TikTok begging, and the third day she was saying that the day before she hadn't eaten. So let's just think about that. The day after getting her food stamps, she hadn't eaten. Why? Because she'd sold the fucking food stamps. Whose fault is that? You're on there expecting people to buy you food and send you money for food because you sold your fucking food stamps. Get a grip. And also, she's got tons of those cash apps and Venmo and Zelle and Chime and PayPal. She's been reported for fraud. Every account gets blocked and banned. So she use other people. Every time she comes on, she's got a different one, different cash apps and different Venmos, and she gives the people a cut who let her use their cash app, and she'll give them a cut of the scam. And oh, listen to this. The absolute audacity, get on this. She even uses her drug dealers cash app. So listen, she's got her people who are donating to her paying directly to her fucking drug dealer. Get on that. What? That blows my mind. She's got people paying direct to a fucking drug dealer. How brazen and ruthless and cheeky. She's got no morals. She's got no respect. Sense of entitlement with her. It's off the scale. She's absolutely ruthless. She begs for food constantly, right? But if somebody was hungry and they wanted food, legitimately wanted food, right, they would be so grateful with £5 or £10, and they would go and buy bread, jam, peanut butter, jelly, whatever you call it in America. We call it peanut butter and jam. But or noodles, or pot noodles, or ramen. But she wants £30 a time. So she wants £30 for breakfast, she wants £30 for lunch, and she wants £30 for dinner, or tea as we call it in the UK. But I've noticed she asks people for smaller amounts, so that people are they'll feel more obliged to help. If it's only a few dollars, they'll think, oh, it's just a few dollars. But what she does is she tells you the amount she got. Say at lunchtime, say she got $20. She'll come back on a few hours later and say, I haven't eaten today, I've got nothing today. Well, listen, love, you were an hour ago and you said you got 20. Like, what the fuck? Do you think people don't see your lies? Do you really think people are that stupid? Like, come on. Lisa, you need to do better. And I've never seen anybody go without a cigarette and cry for cigarettes. But have you noticed whenever she's crying hysterically, there's never any tears. Never any tears. It's all false. It's all for the cameras. She is what I would call a master manipulator. And more people need to speak out and raise awareness, because this girl thinks that the world owes her a favour. Well, it doesn't. She needs to get off her fucking ass and get a job. And if she says, or people say, they're not well or disabled. Well, listen, she can sit on TikTok for fucking 8 hours a day, right? She can sit on a phone or a laptop or computer 8 hours a day and do a normal job, a typing job, do anything. There's tons of work out there. But no, she seems to think that the people at TikTok owe her. Nobody owes you anything. And that dirty, stinking, foul attitude. When she's on there and she's saying, there's 2,000 people in here and no one's giving anything. Like, what the fuck? What the actual fuck? Snarling and swearing at people. Her attitude is vile. And the sense of entitlement, that is what gets me with her. It's unbelievable. And another thing, she expects people to pay for it, right? When people kindly donate, because there's a lot of new people going there and they don't know anything about her. So all they see when they open TikTok, they'll see this girl crying, saying she's got no money, she's in a right bad situation and no food. So they feel sorry for her and they send her money. But then what she does, she blocks them. Why? So that they can't say in the chat, I've sent you 30 or what. And she denies getting it. People send her money and they'll say, I've sent you X amount. And she denies it. She says she hasn't received it, and she has. Excuse me. She gets me irate. She gets me so angry. Day after day. It's the lies. And like, a day after getting her food stamps, just saying that she hasn't eaten, that is so fucked up. And saying that she needs food money. What she needs is some self-respect. And what she needs is to do better. Not only for herself, but for her children. Like, her children, the last one was removed from her care in the last month. I've never seen her cry. I've never seen her speak about him. I've never seen her say that she misses him. Or she'd cry for cigarettes and drugs, but she won't cry over her son. Well, I hope and I'm glad that son is in a better living situation with better living conditions than what he's just come from, because her house and imagine that child living in that house, listening to her on TikTok, begging, shouting, screaming, swearing. I mean, they've had the police at the door doing welfare checks. She sits on camera, high off her tits on drugs, nodding out. She's had ambulances at the door. She's had child welfare at the door. She's some, and I feel sorry for her neighbours having to live near that. Anyway, oh yeah, back to the amount when I was saying she was begging for £30 per meal. Just the numbers of that, right? So she's begging £30 for breakfast, £30 for dinner. Sorry, £30 breakfast, £30 lunch, £30 for dinner. That's £90 a day. You could feed a family. You could feed a family of 3 for a week on that. Anyway, I digress again. But £90 a day, right? So that's £630 a week she's begging, minimum, right? That's £2,520 a month, or a year. Are you ready? £30,000 to £140. £30,240. So she's on that TikTok begging for the minimum for her food every day, and she's on there every single day. And this chick's been at it for a year or two. That's how much money she's milking, and that's why people need to speak out, because if she had a genuine need and she needed food, she wouldn't be on there every day. She would be so grateful for some food received, and she wouldn't be on there. But the fact that people give her money and she's back on an hour later, that tells you everything you need to know about her. She's a lying, fraud, and a fucking scammer. Anyway, if you look at the other channels that cover her and other TikTok scammers, there's Kai Foetze, the channel I think is spelled Kaifoetze. There's Fraudinator, I like her channel. There's Mickey Mouse, there's Aunt Peas. Oh, and there's another channel called Your Favourite Villain. I love her. I can't remember the girl's name. Let me think. I can't remember the girl's name, right? But her accent is... I love her accent. She sounds like she's from Boston or New York area. But she's exactly like me. No bullshit. She tells it like it is. She calls a spade. And she doesn't hold back. So if you like that kind of video, go and check out Your Favourite Villain. That's the channel name on YouTube. She's brilliant. And she posts regular as well. But... yeah, she calls Lisa out on a bullshit. And yeah, more people need to do that, because like I say, some people might not be aware of certain things that she's done or doing. So even if you just make a quick video for, like, I don't make videos, just pick up your phone, make a video and post it, because the more people that know about her, the better, and you might just save somebody else getting scammed off the little cow. Anyway, thanks for listening. Bye.